Hey, what's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to my dad's favorite fishing hole. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Terrell Jennings with Terrell Jennings Outdoors. And God, I love the sound of gravel on the truck fender. But I'm on my way to my dad's favorite fishing hole. It's been a crazy few weeks for me. I've been kind of feeling not myself, just feeling in a slump, feeling down, just irritable, and just not me. And I realized what it was. We're getting over into the fall transition, the fall turnover, where you can look at the top of the leaves, the top of the trees, and see the leaves are starting to turn a little bit. You're starting to get those cool mornings, those chilly nights, those windy days, and every time that's getting that time of year, I start scratching behind my ear and I start getting that itch because I know deer season is coming up. And you start getting calls from buddies that you ain't heard from since last year, and most of the conversations go like, where you getting out this year? Are you gonna get out there this year? Where you going? And you start getting those calls, and everybody's getting that same old itch and ready to get out in the woods. And as most of you guys already know, I lost my dad last year just after deer season, and this would normally be the time when me and him would start calling each other and talking about where we gonna get out hunting at and stuff like that. And this year, that can't happen. So I think that's why I kind of been in such a mood lately. But so I decided to come up here to his favorite fishing hole today and do some fishing and see if I can feel a little closer to him, because I believe whenever you're going through something like I've been going through these last few weeks, you can't just sit around and ignore it or try to push it to the side or put it behind you, forget about it. The fastest way through something is directly straight through it. So I'm coming right out here where I know I can feel closer to him and, get rid of it that way. So I'm pulling up at the lake now. I'm gonna get out here and see if we can catch some fish. Hey, I am standing in the exact spot where my dad took the iconic picture of him holding his nice sized bass up. I was here that day when he caught that bass, and he was at this lake at the top of this hill. Behind me is a lake up there. I'm gonna take you up there in a second, but he was up there fishing on that lake, and we was actually fishing for bluegill. He had caught a bluegill, and as he was reeling them in, that bass just came up and smoked that bluegill, and that's how he caught that bass, and he bragged about that for years. So I'm gonna go up to the top of this hill here, show you guys the lake, and I'm gonna go to the exact spot where he caught that fish, and I'm gonna see if for once in my life, I never could do it while he was alive, but for once in my life, I'm gonna see if I can outfish my dad and catch a bigger bass. This is the lake. This is considered Lake 1 here at Logan Wildlife Conservation Area. This is considered Lake 1. There's 7 lakes up here. Different sizes, but this is Lake 1. So this is the spot where my dad caught that bass from that iconic picture. So I'm sorry about the wind. It is super windy out here. I'm sure this audio sucks, but I'm gonna get out here and catch a bass. I am getting no action on this topwater frog. I think I might switch it up and pitch my football jig out there. Let me give this football jig a shot. And this is basically the football jig by Z-Man, matched up with I think I gotta redo this. This is coming apart. But it's matched up with a goat also by Z-Man. This is the goat. Let's break that up under a little different. It was coming off. And this is the football jig. It's a little weedless. Got these barbs up here. So we're gonna pitch this out there and see what we can do. no action right there. I'm gonna move around the lake a little bit. This used to be a great spot to fish, actually, because there used to be, where these little trees are right here, there used to be an old tree that had fell over in the lake right here. And it provided a great cover for bass, bluegill, all kind of fish be up under that tree. And they used to be my dad's favorite spot to fish right there. He caught many fish right there. I watched him. And I apologize again for the wind. It is ridiculously windy out here today. So if you guys are having a hard time hearing me, just have a good time watching me. This is pretty cool for me because I'm being able to fish a different side of the lake that I have absolutely never fished on in all the years I've been fishing here since they redid this lake. This is super cool. Check that out, that's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see way out there, but on those branches sticking out of the water, there's a couple turtles out there. This is super cool for me because this is a side of Lake One that I have never been to. Like I say, all the years that we've camped just on that side of the lake, I've never, as a kid I was too afraid, but even as an adult, I just never walked over here. Never walked around this entire lake, period. We just fished to one side from the far bank over there, but this is my first time over here, and hey, this just goes to show sometimes you should just try something new. It's absolutely beautiful over here. I used to think that this entire side of the lake was just marsh because it's so shallow over here on the lakeside. I used to think this should just be all mud, but it's actually a decent pathway through here. I don't know. It doesn't look like they just recently cut this at all. It looked like this has been this way for years. Like I said, I just never came over here. Now I'm getting back around to the side of the lake I'm a little more familiar with. I still can't believe that all these years I have never walked all the way around this lake. I've walked, pretty much stopped there and fished this entire side over here. But this entire wooded side that I just went through, I have never been over there before in 30-something years of coming here. So today was a new experience. I enjoyed it. Folks, right now, I am standing in the spot where I personally caught my very first fish ever. Now, it was a bluegill. It was a tiny bluegill, okay? I'm being honest. It was a little bitty baby little bluegill. I mean, this thing was tiny. You could pretty much see the worm inside of him. But I caught it. It was mine, and I remember my brother asked me, "You really want to keep this little thing?" Yeah, I just remember looking at him like, hell yeah, what you mean? Like, that's my fish. So this is the spot right here where I caught my very first fish. And I'm also happy to say, from this moment on, I can never say I don't know what's on that side of Lake One. Standing up here by this lake, I just realized also, this spot that I'm standing in right here was the very first spot where I had my first beer with my dad. I remember it like yesterday because we were standing up here, he was fishing. I think I was throwing rocks in the lake scaring the fish. And I remember, I don't know if you can see, but his truck was parked down there where my truck is parked now. And he was like, "Hey, run down to the truck there and grab me a beer." So I remember being a kid and looking way down there at the truck like,
Man, that's a long way. But all right, so I ran down this hill and I got halfway down the hill and he yelled, he's like, bring 2 of them. So I go down there, climb up on the back of the truck, grab 2 beers out of the cooler, run all the way back up this hill. By the time I get back up this hill, I'm dead tired, hands on my knees, huffing and puffing. And I try to hand him both of the beers. He takes one of them and says, the other one's for you. And I'm looking like, and he just looks at me and smiles and say, don't play with me. I already know you drinking. You might as well have one with me. And that was my first beer with my dad. I remember him taking a sip of his and I pretty much chugged mine. And he looked down at me and like, damn, son, you might as well swallow that can and all, just like a Tylenol. And, but that was a true story. That was my first beer with my dad right here on this lake in this spot. So for Pops, it's only right that I honor and keep the tradition going. Here's to you. I still chug like I'm 12. This is me and my dad's other fishing hole right here. The water is extremely high right now. Water is way up here. This is probably about the highest I done seen this water in a long time, actually. The water is way up, which I kind of like. But that's the I don't know if I know some of you guys might remember, but that log laying down over there, that's the log where my dad took the other iconic picture of him. I like to call it talking to God, when he was just staring off into space and we were here fishing and I just snapped the picture up. I'm holding this fishing pole, just, I don't know, I guess just looking up, talking to God. But that old stump there has been there for a long time. I remember when before that tree even fell over. So that's pretty cool. But I'm trying to get some fishing in here. All right, folks, I don't know if you guys got that. The camera was angled kind of bad, but I just missed my first fish over here in this cubby hole. That kind of upsets me. So I'm gonna put it back out there. This time I'm gonna move the camera over here so you guys can see that I'm not joking. Jesus Christ. The second one that done jumped off. I hope you guys saw that one. The second one. Well, that tells me I'm in the right spot. And I got the fish hitting right here. I am staying right here, baby. I am just throwing this chatterbait out there and just letting it fall for a minute till I hit bottom, and then I'm giving it a little action, and they are turning it up. Okay, folks, so I just had a aha moment. So I was sitting here fishing. I had a big chatterbait on my line, and I had a razor shad, which is fairly big, 4 inches or so, on it. And I watched a school of bluegill swim right up to the bank, like right in front of me. And as they did, I saw them kind of swim off to the left a little bit, and a bass was just right behind them. So I said, you know what? Those bluegill really wasn't that big. So what I did was, I'm sorry. So what I did was I put a smaller chatterbait on my line and took the razor shad off, and I put a little minnow Z on it by Zeman. And first cast, got a fish hooked, got him right up to the bank. And for the third time today in this same spot, I had a fish jump out of the water and come off the hook on me. So now I am just disgusted and in awe. So I'm taking a break, drinking a beer. Hey y'all, and not to get off the subject, but right here in this spot, right about there is where me and Ebony took our iconic first date picture. We were both sitting right here. Actually, my dad is the one snapped that picture of us. With me, I had the camouflage cowboy hat on, but we were sitting right there fishing. And the water was a lot lower back then. I don't know. Today, this water is just super high. But that's where we were sitting. And she outfished me that day. She caught about 5 fish. And I think I caught 2 or 3, something like that. But yep, that's the spot right there, guys. There you have it, folks. It's getting late in the season, so we about to get away from fishing so much and start focusing a little bit more on deer hunting. But Jesus Christ, this year has gone by fast. It's already September. 2021 is flying by. But this day mattered. And sun's about to go down, so I'm gonna head back to town. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, hit that thumbs down. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the inboxes and emails I'm getting. Don't think I don't read them. I do. I appreciate all y'all feedback. I love y'all. I do this for y'all. So until next time, folks, your boy Wild Child. Peace.